EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Cleveland Browns. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup. Five. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, he shifts past him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down. They run the counter. It's Harris, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A give for Taylor running right side. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. This defense for the Patriots, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses. And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season. A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 50, Newton. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Newton. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but To go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Well, he'll find Hall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Steps away. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down, Mayfield. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Newton on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They fake the give. Newton. Being chased out left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Newton on first down. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw is Newton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Five yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll run with Taylor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 2. Here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Patriots 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try to cover him before he gets going.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. A first carry here for J.J. Taylor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. To Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Newton on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To the air again, Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.